welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different from, you know, all my typical makeup tutorials. I hope that's okay. I'm doing the my first time tag. I wanted to film a video and get one up like right away because I know it's been a hot minute since I put up my last one, and I figured a questions video would be a lot faster and a lot quicker to film, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna get started. Okay, the first question is first tweet. Obviously I wasn't gonna scroll through 45,000 tweets. I've had Twitter for a while, guys, so I googled and I was like, how do I figure out my first tweet? And it figured it out for me. So it is just as unoriginal as you would expect it to be. It says, just added this ... didn't think I ever would at 1:36 a.m. May 25th 2009. So I had already been through college for 1 year. I didn't think it was that, I didn't know I waited that long. I was like so against Twitter when it first came out. I was like, this is literally the status update portion of Facebook thrown into another social media. And status updates are the worst part about Facebook. So I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and read everyone's sob stories on Twitter all the time. And now I love Twitter way more than I love Facebook. Your first YouTube video, it was back in June, and it was the get to know me tag. I've evolved so much since then. First person you subscribed to on YouTube. I honestly don't know who the first person I subscribed to was. Like, I know who the first beauty person I subscribed to was, and that's Sparkage, Alicia. I remember watching, I like YouTubed how to do the a perfect red lip, and her video popped up, and I've loved her ever since. First Facebook profile pic. Let's take a little gander. Right, it looks like it's this guy. That is my prom 2008 photo, and it looks like it was uploaded May 11, 2008. So I don't know if I've had other photos that maybe I was like embarrassed by and deleted, because I'm pretty sure I've had Facebook since like 2006. Yeah, like 2006 is when I was transitioning from, well, I still had MySpace, but I like made a transition to add on Facebook to my social medias. Do you guys remember MySpace? What a classic time in our lives. Remember picking out your top 4 and your top 8, and then how mad people would be when they didn't make it? You can be like, it's only because I didn't want to add on 4 more. But then you would add on 4 more so that that person wouldn't get mad, and then you'd have to think of like 3 random idiots to put up there. MySpace was wild, guys. Do you still talk to your first love? I am still in a relationship with my first love, so yeah. What was your first alcoholic drink? Listen, I grew up with my most memorable years being in Murdo, South Dakota, which is a tiny town of 600-ish people, so what we could get was limited. So I'm sure, like I'm almost 100% positive it was either like a Bud Light or a Smirnoff, like some flavored Smirnoff. I used to go ham on the Smirnoffs when I was a teenager. And also because beer was and is so gross, but I drink it around other people to feel like I was cool. So my camera overheated, so I'm pretty sure we left off with first job. What was your first job? So I was 13 going on 14, and I worked at if you were from Murdo, you knew what the drive-in was. So I basically like served ice cream, took orders. It was like Murdo's version of fast food, I guess. And yeah, I worked there for the summer, and then it wasn't open during the school year, so I worked as a server, waitress at the GTO Cafe, and I stayed there until I moved. What was your first car? It was a 92, I'm pretty sure 92 Pontiac Grand Am Maroon 2-door. And when I got that, I put a fuzzy steering wheel cover on, I put fuzzy dice in the window, and I decked it out. I was so excited about it. I remember getting like, I think paw print seat covers. Yeah, that's what you did when you were my age and you got your first car. So cute. Who was the first person to text you today? I'm pretty sure it was Anais, one of my coworkers, asking me how yesterday went. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? I always think of Jeff right away in the morning, mostly because we sleep next to each other, but also because I just love him. Who was your first grade teacher? I do not remember hardly any elementary teachers, and especially none from Pierre, which is where I was at for first grade, so I don't know. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? My first ride on an airplane was 4 years ago. Oh my gosh, it was 4 years ago. It was my last year, my 5th year, my last year of college, and I went with like the art program at my college to New York City, and I got to do it with like my best friends, so it made the experience a little less scary and so much more exciting, and I would totally do it again. Who was your first best friend and do you still talk? Her name was Ashley and we do not. That was a really old, like long time ago friendship situation. Where was your first sleepover? I don't know that I actually stayed the night anywhere when I lived in Pierre, but when I lived in Murdo, it's safe to say that it was either at Kelly, Shandy, or Sarah's house, which was like the main group that I hung out with. What was the first thing you did this morning? I woke up and I put in my contacts and I went to the bathroom. What was the first concert you ever went to? It was one for at like the summer concerts at the fair, the Rapid City Central States Fair. The main act was the guy who sings, his name's Neil? I don't remember his first name. I don't remember his name at all, but he's the guy who sings Billy's Got His Beer Goggles On. Anyway, it was Taylor Swift was opening for him, and the first year of her career, she was like just coming out and just becoming like a thing. So I literally went and I watched her perform and then I left. You should have said no. You should have gone home. Should have thought twice when you let it all go. There it was. Don't remember the lyrics. First broken bone. I've never really broken any bones. I've broken like a toe, like a small toe. So, I mean, when you break your toes, there's really nothing they can do about it. So I don't know, like, does that really count? I don't know if that really counts. You decide. First piercing, they were the first holes in my ears when I was a baby. First foreign country I've gone to, my first and my last and my only, was Mexico, but like barely, because it was Juarez, which is like right across the border from America. So I went there and I built houses with like my youth group for lesser fortunate families or even homeless families, so it was an awesome trip though. First movie you remember seeing? Like at home, when I was younger in Pierre, I can very distinctly remember watching Child's Play. And Chucky still scares the living daylights out of me. But my first movie I remember seeing in theaters was You've Got Mail. What was your first detention? I'm pretty sure I've had a detention before when I was in high school, but I certainly don't remember it. Who was your first roommate? I don't want to talk about it. While the roommate's away. What a wild ride that was. What is the first thing you do when you get home? I take off my shoes, I go to my bedroom, I strip down, and I put on sweatpants and a t-shirt. Always, every time, without fail. When was your first kiss? I think I was like 13 or 14, and it was winter time. That's about what I remember. Okay guys, that is all the questions that I have for myself today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red button down there. I mean, I put out new videos not every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I put out new videos at least once a week. I always strive for once a week. If it gets too long, then I start to feel really guilty and also really empty because like I miss filming. So you should hit the subscribe button and we can be friends. Follow me on my other social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All of that is at loudmakeup25. Duh. Give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was like slightly entertaining, like maybe a little bit. I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.